Good afternoon and welcome to the Cruise Amigos live from Crookston, Minnesota and Forest, Virginia. And we don't know where Manchester, England is yet. He's supposed to be here. All right. So I'll say hello, John.
Hello, John.
No, thank you. Now we got that out of the way. Let's to be perfectly transparent, we have to go back 1 hour ago, exactly 1 hour ago, and this is what happened. Okay, I'm with Amigo John, and to be transparent, folks, this is an hour before the live broadcast of the Cruise Amigos. So, Amigo John, tell me what we're doing and what you want me to do.
Okay, well, let's hold up the bottles first. I shipped you a couple of things. Okay, so in the pink bottle there, these are standard THC gummies. Minnesota has made a law that any dose can be 5 milligrams. So in either bottle, you have chocolate there too, right? Is that what
Yes.
mint? Looks like
Yes.
white mint. So either bottle, there are 10 pieces. That's the Minnesota maximum. Each piece is 5 milligrams. And if you want, you can open either bottle, but start whichever one you happen to pick is fine.
Which one should I pick?
Do you like the citrusy, gelatinous gummy chew better, or do you like chocolate?
Well, I like chocolate, but
let's open the chocolate one.
Okay. So
okay.
Now
it's a child-resistant cap, so you might have to call a child.
Lord, I don't have any children here.
So you got to kind of pull it as you're going up there.
Yep, there we go. Oh,
so
good.
that child-resistant cap. Now you got to pull off the tin foil or the. See, this is all to make it secure and okay.
Okay.
Now in there, you might also find a little desiccant, a little white.
Oh, that
package.
Sounds kinky.
No, desiccant is to keep it dry, and you can take that out now that it's been delivered to you, the guy.
Okay, come out. There, that looks like. No, that's a chocolate.
Okay,
it's white. What it looks
There's a chocolate.
Now that is a chocolate,
and that is quite high quality. But just all of our products are vegan, and that means there can't be milk in it. So this is sort of like milk chocolate without the milk.
Okay.
And have at it. Just give it chew it up a little bit.
I do just one of these.
I think we should do just one. Yeah, at the beginning of the show, if nothing has happened. So just chew it up and let us know, what you think of the chocolate. How does it taste?
Oh, boy. It tastes like chocolate.
Tastes like chocolate.
Good.
And in the chocolate, there's no evidence that there's TCH in it, THC rather. But in the gummies, there's just a little hint of the hemp, kind of a leafy alfalfa flavor. But in this one, it's just chocolate.
Okay.
Matter of fact, we have to remind people this is not nibbling chocolates. Don't put them on a dish by you and just watching something in a movie and casually reach over for another one. That's not how you do this, because you've just taken basically something like medicine. It's a chemical that has been working with human beings for thousands of years, because you have in your brain cannabinoid receptors, and you have just taken a cannabinoid, cannabis, you've heard that word, or marijuana or THC, but it comes from the hemp plant. The only difference between a hemp plant and a marijuana plant is how much THC is naturally in the plant. When it gets too high, then it's called marijuana. If it's too low, then it's called hemp. But it's the same chemical, same plant, just like making cucumbers that make, these cucumbers and these cucumbers. And so we now have about a 45-minute to an hour wait, and this should affect you. And but let's check. I'll check back with you on the phone or something, 45 minutes in.
We will be back live at our normal time at 1 o'clock. And do this right at the start of the show.
But I am now leaving home, and I'm heading over to the
store.
And I will be going to the store. So that I'll be doing the show from there. So we'll see you there. This is what we call, the upswing time. Interesting to feel any notes or anything that's happening affecting you.
I'll be stoned out of my gourd for the show.
Okay, well, you might, if you want SOMG, stoned out of my gourd, you might want to take another one.
Yeah, no.
You're a big beefy guy, and so
Yeah,
so
we'll see.
you could take two. You could take two.
Okay.
That two is what the one thing is in 14 of the states that it's recreational. Like in Colorado, Nevada, California, Washington, Oregon, one would be my two.
Okay.
So you can
All
decide
right, well,
that.
we'll discuss that later.
I'll see you in a while.
Ta-ta.
And there we go.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hi.
Notice that he's smiling a little more enthusiastically than we usually get out of him. He's a happy camper.
My eyes are getting heavy. I mean, it's heavier. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Just a little.
Okay.
Very relaxed. I was teasing with laying like I was asleep, but I could go over to the chair and lay down and be asleep in 4 seconds.
And that's, a significant amount of now the hundreds of customers that we've had use it as a sleep device. They about an hour before they need to go to bed. They're the kind of folks that just, lay in, look at the ceiling and just can't get to sleep. And this, really, really helps them get to sleep. But since it's daytime for you, we're going to keep you awake and we're going to see, what else and how else you're feeling. So,
yeah.
Well, you did like the chocolate, right? You did like the quality of the chocolate.
Oh, yeah. I like the chocolate a lot. The chocolate was really very rich, very smooth. It was nice chocolate.
Good. Now that I'm sitting here thinking, I think I'm going to ask the manufacturer to make us some without any chemical in it, any product in it. So I can have it here at the store, and it's like, here, you can try. You can try
the chocolate. You're not going to get knocked on their butt. Okay, yeah. That would be disappointing though if they come in and think they can nibble a sample and get high.
On the other hand, I've got a couple people that I know that I would give that to and not tell them it didn't have product in it.
Just to see if they
watch them get higher than a kite.
Yeah. All right, folks. You guys all need to know that I have been teasing John forever about him being a pot farmer.
3 years.
And the truth of the matter is he doesn't grow pot. He grows hemp. That's because it's got less TLCs or
T8. Yeah, that's tender loving care, but THC is.
And also, I may have the math slightly wrong when I say that John lives on a 59,000 acre farm there in Minnesota. It might only be 56,000. It's a lot. It's big. He throws rocks across the border.
Depends on if you measure in the winter or the summer, because in the summer with the heat, everything expands. So
that's true.
It just could be anything. So
yo, Eddie's with us. Mike's with us. Hi guys. Mike says he's got here just in time to witness me getting high. Yeah. Well, what can I say? Yeah.
But so you don't, and not that I want you to, but my question would be is, right now, do you think you could safely drive a car?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I would not. I probably would attempt to drive.
Okay.
I'm not that.
Not that you
getting
should.
ready to fall asleep.
That's not what we're talking about. But
if I had to,
I find it so interesting that with this product, obviously you shouldn't drive. It's illegal to. We don't encourage anybody to or anything. But on the other hand, this, in my experience and exposure, this affects you differently than alcohol does.
Yeah.
And that if you really needed to, if you absolutely concentrated and were very, very careful, that you could get to the doctor or get away from a burning fire or house or something like that. So
I feel pretty safely after I've had a couple cocktails.
Okay.
They do not affect me enough that I am impaired at all.
Right.
So I feel about the same way now.
Okay.
Now, in another 10 minutes or so, I might change that. As I did take the second one, folks, 15 minutes after the first one. So there's going to be a level here because I'm a big fat guy, see. And John says, well, maybe you won't feel anything. Well, that wasn't the case. So it might get worse here in the next few minutes. So I may change that story.
While you're doing that, I have a story for you about Tennessee back. Oh man, 20.
Okay, are we
30
drinking?
30 years
Are
ago.
we drinking in Tennessee?
In the story we're drinking, yes.
Okay, all right.
Lori, my partner back in that time, had a son named Chris, who you know of. He's out in Utah now. Lori has passed on, but Chris had to have a special science project, and it counted a lot for his grade, and he needed it to be a good project. So we're sitting around thinking about what he could do and what would be the best thing to do. And I said, well, here's what you need to do, because also our best friends did consume alcohol at the time. So I said, here's what you need to do. You need to get a big chart, and you need to come up with about 10 different things that we can do. And then, we're gonna have it with no alcohol, and then we're gonna take a drink, and in 10 minutes we're gonna test, in 20 minutes, and 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half. All
now, how old was he when you did this?
16. He wasn't going to be drinking. He was the.
Oh, I thought you said we.
No, we meaning myself, Lori, the two other people that were doing this with me.
I'm thinking you're feeding this kid.
No,
never mind.
No. Just communion in church. But so he did that. He designed a typing test where we had to type some unusual words and stuff on typewriter, because we still had typewriters then, so that's how long ago it was. We had to walk a straight line. We had to do a math thing in our head. We had to try and read real fast out of a book. We had done the reading sober, and then, how much time does it take you to read it? So we had a whole variety of mind and body tests to do while 4 people were having a drink, and then in 20 minutes or 10 minutes, another drink, and another interval. And, to the point that we really were, no matter what, we were legally, we were way past legally intoxicated.
Yeah.
Wherever you think that marker should be. We were drunk.
Yeah.
So he had this big board that he was keeping all these scores on and everything. Well, ultimately, when he turned it into school, he had to take me out of the test, because the more I drank, the better I got. Completely ruined his premise that this is what alcohol does to you, and it's a terrible thing. Now, I'm not making any claim here or any brag, and certainly I don't think if I repeated the test now that would happen. But it just happened in my 30s, and a pretty capable guy and everything. And apparently, 5 or 6 shots of booze did not affect my ability to walk a straight line, type unusual words, do math problems in my head, read a book. Everything he gave me, I was just getting better and better. And so they had to throw out my results, or it was too small of a survey. And that's the problem with any, testing that you do. If you don't do it on enough people, you can get a
screwed up sample
way outside the norm. But I just thought it was hilariously funny and of course the joke was, well, it's because I had so much practice. Because I had a
Eddie, yes, I am mellowing. No, I don't have the munchies.
Should I could show him a taco.
John, but John didn't do them. I did. I should be the one with the munchies, not John. And he's sitting there eating tacos in front of me.
It's my breakfast.
And Eddie says, Blitz. Yeah, well, that's
no Blitz yet. He's
starting to come.
There's a change now. How describe how you're
feeling?
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely feeling a little more lightheaded. I'm feeling it more down into my shoulders and arms. So,
okay. What's 11 times 11?
You think I knew that before?
Well, no, you're supposed to
121.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, you're going to have trouble stumping me on the math questions. Now, I probably couldn't, read 4 score and 7 years ago.
Really? What's 40% of 150?
60.
God, you're good, man. This is good. This is good. I'm picking numbers, they don't end up with like 162.77777. I am picking full, but that was good. You hit that one quickly. That's good. That's good.
Because I learned math differently than you people did.
How did you learn it?
Well, you do everything right to left. I do everything left to right.
Okay, no, I do everything left to right.
No.
If I'm adding numbers, I add the single digits.
You add the single digits.
Yeah.
That's right to left. You're starting on the right and you're going to the left.
It is. And I'm not the one that's been taking
I'm
medicine.
the one that's,
I was just testing you. I was just testing you.
You're just testing me, my foot.
How can you add up three numbers right to left? That's not
left to right. That's just the way my brain works.
Oh well, we've always known that was a
problem. If I was straight right now, you could give me a series of 4 or 5 4-digit numbers and want me to add them up, and I'd give you the total just as quick as we went.
Okay, so the 121, 347, and 611. What do you do first?
1,078, 77. I start from the left and go to the right.
Okay, but when you start on this side,
I don't have to do all that carrying crap.
No. But 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then how do you know that it's over? That it's 1,000?
Well, because after I have that figure, then I go to the 10 column and it's got 7 in it, and then the ones column has 7. I go left to right, so 1,077.
Okay.
See, you have to add them, and then if you have to carry something, you have to carry it up here and add those, and do that. By the time you've done all that, I've done and gone. I'm 2 questions ahead of you.
Okay, so yesterday I got 100, and I had to give change for 57.75.
Yeah.
How much change?
43.25.
Are you sure? Not 42.25?
I don't know. What did you say? I don't remember what you
57,
said.
I got $100 bill.
$100.
57.25.
70. 42.75.
Okay. All right.
So.
Okay, close your eyes and put your finger to your nose.
Which finger?
Either one. You pick.
Sort of. I got the right part of my face. I didn't poke my eye out. I'm getting silly now.
Are you? Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Eddie asked, "What is in the tacos?" Eddie, we have a chain here in the Midwest called Taco John's. No relation to me, but it's a pretty basic American Mexican food.
There's pots in the tacos.
There's what?
Your pots in the tacos.
No, that would make them Pacos. So, in trying to maintain my weight and lose weight, because I need and want, have a desire to do that, I just get the basic taco. So it's the shell, a hard shell, meat, lettuce, cheese. That's all I get. I don't get any sour cream, guacamole, hot sauce, any additions or anything. And that's one of the ways. And I kind of do that on everything. If I order a Big Mac, I order a Big Mac, no sauce. Because the sauce is literally as bad for you as the whole rest of the thing. So.
Yeah, but then it's just bread and meat.
No. I taste the pickles.
Oh, you got
two all beef patties. Then
special
no special sauce.
No
lettuce.
Special sauce.
I love the taste of lettuce, cheese.
Yeah,
pickles,
I used to do
onions.
To do the big. No,
Kahuna?
not the Big Mac. The
big Kahuna?
Whoppers. Whopper. There
Whopper.
we go. I used to have, my crew would make me come up front and sing the song, and people would buy 2 apple pies.
What's the song?
Hold a pickle, hold a lettuce, special orders don't upset us.
No.
You let us serve it your way.
No. I was in Chicago once, and it was hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, even perverts don't upset us.
Okay, well, That's not the way I would.
It's not
I
the way
would
you learned
sing
it?
it.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
that's not the way I sang it. But we sold a hell of a lot of apple pies.
I'll bet you did. I'll bet you did.
So
Okay, Eddie just said the word sugar.
a sugar.
I wonder what he meant. Tell us what you meant, dear
Sugar?
Eddie. Dear Eddie.
Oh, he's thinking that I'm going to get the munchies.
Oh, he's trying to,
He's
like
tempting me.
present you with. I could do that too. Here's some nice little gumdrops.
Don't tempt me to go into one of these jugs over here. No, I better not do that because I'm definitely.
I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Oh no, he's leaving me to do the whole show. He must have a customer. So, boy, that would be something if a customer comes in the shop.
One of our
Wow. Or even better,
one of our things here at the store.
one of the city councilmen comes in.
Oh, it's locked. They can't get in. But one of our things here at the store, because this does give you the munchies, is we have absolutely homemade, premium smoked black pepper beef sticks, and you can see there they are. There's 2 of them, and they just make my mouth water even thinking about it.
Do they have pot in them too?
No. The pot you take them separate, and then this is a munchie.
This is the munchies. So in your store you get them high, and then they get the munchies, and you eat. Then they eat the beef sticks.
It's a one-stop shop. You see, you don't have to stop and it's amazing. I'm telling you, we kind of did it because Casey, my business partner, really likes these. He says, "Well, let's get some in the store. Well, then let's sell them." And then the company, fortunately, does wholesale out to retailers. And so I've got, cases of them here. But it is amazing as an add-on. Now, you know about add-ons, like with funnel cakes, you were trying to sell diamond rings, right? If you buy a funnel cake, you get the diamond ring for free.
No, I sold lemonade.
Lemonade? I thought you were a funnel cake guy.
I was. Funnel cakes and fresh
lemonade was, and
that was
now
the second item.
And without, telling any funnel cake secrets,
Yes.
In a lemonade like this big,
Yes.
What was your laid-in cost of goods? What the cup, the cap, the ice, the lemon, the water,
It was worse than the funnel cakes. My actual cost was about 65 cents, and I sold them for $2.50.
Oh, that's not extreme to me. Yeah. I'm surprised. 65 cents to provide a lemonade?
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought it would have been less.
Oh, no.
Because, Coke out of a fountain, the cup
is 3 cents.
Yeah, the cup and the straw are way more expensive.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not that way. Funnel cakes, yes.
Oh,
my cost of a funnel cake was about 26 cents. That's plate, sugar, funnel cake, batter.
No kidding.
Thing to pour it in, the oil to cook it in.
You had to make it though. There was labor work against it.
Oh yeah. But still, my cost was 26 cents, and I sold them for $5.
No kidding. Yeah. And so, what was a good day? How many funnel cakes went over the counter?
Well, probably the biggest single day I did would have been, one of the NASCAR races probably, or the 4th of July with the Nationals.
Okay.
But 13 grand.
With it by yourself?
Oh, no, I had a crew.
You had a crew. Oh, okay.
I mean, for the last 15 years, I haven't cooked them. I can't stand in front of the fryer.
Okay.
So I sat in a chair and took the money and did the funny stuff up front.
At what point in the day did you say, "Okay, I've made it. I'm good now. I've cracked my nut," as they often say in retailing?
Well, if I was doing a NASCAR race when the damn race was over.
No. Monetarily wise, what did you have to get up to say, "Okay, I can go home and this was a successful day"?
$5,000.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, if I have a big day, I have a huge day.
Wow, that's neat. That's neat.
And we did. I mean, football games. They were, as long as they were warm weather, they were great. When it got cold, we'd sell some funnel cakes, but we'd sell any lemonade.
Right.
I tried doing hot lemonade.
So was all the batter made in advance, or did you make it in batches as you went along?
Oh no, it's made to go. I mean, you can't
No.
keep the health department will not let you keep it more than 2 hours.
Okay,
Well,
so
I mean,
you're
I had in my high volume events, I would have a guy with a drill with a paint stirrer in it. Yeah, he would do nothing but mix batter,
so
5 gallons at a time,
as
all
fast
day,
as he was making it, it was
and
going
he'd
in
be
the fryer.
covered in batter. I'd be covered in powdered sugar.
Now, was it better batter, or was it
Well,
bitter
I mean,
batter?
it's pretty good stuff.
Okay, did
sounds like
Betty
pretty good.
make the batter better?
No,
Okay,
but the folks, the Amish folks up there in Pennsylvania made it better. They're the ones that make the batter, literally the mix. So Ronnie's in the house.
Yeah. He says, "Greeting from the mushroom."
The mushroom.
Now the question is, does that mean that we are online? Did you plug it in right, that I didn't get it wrong? And because if he's in the mushroom, that means we were bringing wireless point A to point B and internet out to the mushroom today.
So I still don't believe this fact that the mushrooms that you're going to grow down there are the non-getting high kind of mushrooms.
The non-getting high kind of mushrooms are very illegal yet in the United States, and taken to be very, very illegal. And I have friends that also are interested in them, but there's only like 2 licenses that are out for you to actually do testing and stuff on them, because they alter your mind.
Yeah,
getting high is like having a couple too many beers. I mean, tomorrow Chillie's going to be pretty much the same person. Yeah. But mushrooms, or well, you remember when we were young, we heard about LSD.
Oh, LSD, sure.
What are some
They're
other
very
things?
similar type things?
Yeah, if you do those, you have a change of perspective of the world, and so it's something that we need to be respectful of way more than if I was a winemaker or a pot farmer, as you say. Not that I personally, Ronnie does not have an interest in that. He is completely into food, edible mushrooms. I have an interest in the psychedelic mushrooms, I don't even know the word.
Yeah.
But only when it becomes legal. I have no interest in pushing that line at all, because this can really mess a person up. Yeah. Should really be taken carefully, and it's just like raising puppies. I have all my animals spayed right away.
Oh, yeah,
because I do not want to be responsible for a bunch more unloved, mistreated, badly living animals in the universe. I have a personal moral feeling of obligation to do that, and therefore, and there's nobody that likes little puppies or little kittens better than me. We did, as you know, we got kittens this year outside from a feral cat.
Yeah.
And now we have a problem because we have 5 feral cats outside, and winter is coming, and they won't make it through the winter. Up here in Minnesota, they will die. They have to have a place of shelter and a little bit of warmth, and they have to have food, or they will die. There's just no, and I feel really bad about that. I have a real concern about that. So
I just remembered this morning, by having a lack of time, I never got this show promoted like I normally do. I mean, I set it up, but I can't promote it because it conflicts with my show at 11.
Sure. Well, we can do it.
So then the first thing I do right after is go through and send out the little, Cruise Amigos live on YouTube at whatever.
And you didn't do that because you were getting high on pot.
Well, yeah, because the time, and then I went straight into getting my podcast up. So I was having a little trouble toward the end of.
But we have an audience, and that's really neat. And we thank everybody for being with us. I don't see some of the regulars on here though. Yeah,
I don't know. And I thought for sure they'd be here making fun of me.
Well, as they should,
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
So anyway, I do know a couple of them are.
Here's your new math. Here's your new math quiz.
That's upside down. We can't do it upside
no,
down.
it's 119.
My eyes aren't.
It's 119, and it's
Your 4 is upside
171.
down.
Well, yeah, I should have picked my letters better so that
Those aren't letters, John. They're numbers. You are trying to screw me up.
I am.
So what was I saying?
Okay, I got another question.
One thing, I made a tactical mistake.
Yes.
I should have gotten a Diet Coke instead of water.
Do you want to go get
I've been
one?
drinking a lot of water. No,
You
that would take me till the end of the show to get in there and back.
You could you holler at somebody and ask them to help you? Can I give me what's the number? I'll call.
There's not a soul here.
You're all well. Call the oxygen guy back.
Yeah, that was cool. Right in the middle of the show, here comes the oxygen guy. I never signed for the oxygen.
Well, actually, you did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. Let's see. I got to go from that way.
Oh, he wrote it.
Chillie.
Yeah, well, that's the way I signed for him.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I never signed for it today.
Charles Falls the 4th. I'm sorry, I had to.
It's junior. It's not the 4th.
You're not the 4th?
No, I'm junior.
Is there a 4th?
No.
Is there a 3rd?
Well, not at Charles. No.
Oh.
I didn't use Charles, and neither did Jason use Charles. He used Grant. I used Jason Grant. Grant is a family name.
Uh-huh.
The Grant before me was the other drunken bum in the family. That's the useless Grant.
Oh, but you're not useless. Think where the funnel cake world would be if it wasn't for you.
About 10 pounds lighter. I don't know. It was nothing for us. On the really good race days, we were set up so we could produce 13 funnel cakes a minute. And we did that for like 9 hours.
Okay.
That's cranking out a lot.
So did you nibble on the mistakes then when you were, you were sitting there?
I ate 2 in 20 some years. The very first one I made and one about a week later, and you could not pay me to eat a funnel cake.
Oh, see, I love them.
Yeah. Well, if you're around it for 8 or 9 hours,
I get it.
And it's for years.
I get it. Yeah,
you want nothing to do with them.
Yeah, sure. Just like the spaghetti makers or the pizza.
Now, I will still drink my lemonade. My lemonade was yummy. I never got tired of that. But
now tell me, what was in your lemonade? Sugar?
Lemon, sugar, and water.
Did you add any? Do you know what citric acid is?
Of course I do.
Did you buy it? Was that an additive to give it that little tartness? No.
Nope. I used.
But how did the lemons change from day to day and season to season?
Sure, they did.
How did you
squeeze them?
I did not know that.
It makes a difference in the quantity, but not necessarily in the juice.
Did you have a machine? How did you squeeze them? With one of those pull down levers that it was just one thing on the top that went whoosh? Or did you have a machine that
I had an electric one? You took a half and you squeezed it by hand. We put on a show for people. Everything we did was a show.
Hey.
The way we powder sugar crap was a show. But squeezing the lemons, absolutely. That's 80% of that show business.
Wow. Okay. My mom,
it's really good lemonade.
I have no doubt of that. My mom, when I was little, we didn't get pop. I didn't know what pop was until we went on a vacation once, and here was mom's liquid in a bottle. But she would buy citric acid at the drugstore. It was a powder, and that's the tart. That's what gives lemons, limes, any citrus acid, and she would augment her lemonade with a teaspoonful or so of that, and was known to have some of the best lemonade in the county. So that's why I was just wondering if you.
I also, once upon a time, did lemonade and limeade
Oh,
and sugar-free lemonade.
how did so?
And
What did you
invariably
use it?
somebody would want sugar-free limeade. And I'd say,
And all of a sudden, yeah.
do you read Italian? So, yeah.
Hey, if it was me, did you ever watch the Roseanne show where she was working at the diner and a guy come in and he said, "I'd like a cup of decaf coffee." She says, "I'm really sorry, we're out of decaf." He said, "Okay, I'll take a cup of regular coffee then." She said, "Buddy, if I told you I was out of decaf, then I'm out of coffee," because she could just, I mean, so you could have done that. You could have given him sweet limeade, and I mean,
You
hey,
never know the difference.
well, unless they're diabetic, no, that nobody.
Well, actually, I can tell the difference, and if it was made with sweetener or made with sugar.
Oh, yeah. What were you using back then? Aspartame or L? What were you
I was
using?
using the
Saccharin?
yellow ones. What's that stuff
Yellow.
called?
I don't know.
It's not the pink
Sweet and
ones.
low? Which
No,
one's
that
sweet?
was the pink ones was sweet and low. The yellow ones was hell, I don't remember.
I'm going to remember for you.
Okay.
What are the yellow sweeteners for coffee? According to my recipe, Splenda,
Splenda, that's it. Splenda.
which is sucralose.
Yeah, whatever that means.
By the way, it is the actual stuff, was cut with nothing because it is 600 times sweeter than sugar.
Yeah.
So you just use a twitch of it. So,
Well, we made it a gallon at a time.
wow.
And then when I was in ball games, we would start about an hour before the game, and we put it in a big trash can, a 55-gallon trash can that I had created a spigot.
Oh, okay.
And the trash can would sit up on a table. So all we'd have to do is get a cup of ice and spigot it and slap a lid on it and a straw. And
So
that's
was there any
$2.50
ice?
for the small one
Yeah.
and $5 for the big one?
Any ice in the spigoted container?
No,
So it only got ice just before you served it.
it got ice when I served it. Yeah,
Okay.
didn't want to water it down.
And how did you get? If you did that kind of money, how much ice did you need?
Oh, for a big game like a 4th of July baseball game, I'd go through 300 pounds.
And where did you get that? Was it delivered to
Oh,
you?
they brought me a tractor trailer full of ice.
Yeah, yeah.
I bought ice like for 2 weeks at a time in the summer.
Well, where did you keep it? You had a tractor
In a tractor trailer.
You had a reefer going?
Yeah, at the ballpark.
Oh, so it was electric then. You plugged it in.
It was diesel. It had a diesel. It's a
No
tractor
kidding.
trailer.
And you paid
freezer.
You paid for that. That was your
Hell
expense.
yeah. Because
Wow,
I had to buy the ice. I had to have ice for the lemonade.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay.
An average week up there would be $8 or $9 grand for me.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that and more on like the 4th of July
Right.
or a good Saturday or a good Sunday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good gig. I was there for 9 years.
Have any recollection of your best customer?
Well, one lady up there became almost a daily customer and ended up when I was short staffed would jump in and go to work for me. She'd sugar funnel cakes, or she'd make lemonade, or she'd mix lemonade. She was a neat lady.
Wow.
And I just anytime I needed, I'd holler, and she'd come a running. But she was great. And then Danica Patrick. Yeah, she was a pretty good customer. Dale Earnhardt Jr. used to hang out.
Nice.
Yeah, several of the NASCAR drivers would come by, get a funnel cake, or
Now, did you
those
ever?
that were
Did you ever?
cared, they drink lemonade.
Did you ever harden up the lemonade for special customers?
No.
Never.
No.
Never.
No, if you get caught, you get kicked out. I make too much money doing that.
After work,
the
after work,
NASCAR races, those were all tied together. It was the same company.
Yeah.
So the different tracks was the same.
Yeah.
The same company. So I lose that. I lose $500,000 a year in business.
So what happened at the end then? How did you decided to stop? Did
No,
somebody?
I didn't decide. They decided to stop me.
Oh, okay.
They got somebody that would work a lot cheaper than I would. And so it's fine. I mean, they were expensive. Bigger races, I'd have to maneuver 17 staff members.
I hear it. I didn't realize that this was your quantity.
Oh yeah,
And I think today we proved that you could have done it high. See, look at all the opportunities you missed. Just we want to bump in here, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a special Cruise Amigos show today. Chillie took some of my THC product earlier before
stoned out of his gourd.
And he's now admitting that he is stoned out of his gourd. But I think I would not know if I didn't know that you were doing this. You're not your eyes are a little bit.
My eyes are. That's been the worst part the whole time, is keeping them from slamming shut.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm feeling it all to the tips of my toes.
Now, do you have any vibration in your chest? Some people say when they get high that they vibrate. It's like a. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Not yet. Maybe. My lips are numb.
Oh, okay. We have numb. Put that down. 41.15. Lips are numb.
Yeah.
That's so you can eat hotter food. God made it that way. So you could eat hotter or colder food without.
I need a Diet Coke really bad.
You could stick your tongue on a frozen water pipe.
I'm not having munchies to eat. I'm dying for a Diet Coke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first person that I've got I've got beef sticks and THC for the first person that delivers Chillie a Diet Coke. Just dial BR 549 for instructions. Yeah.
Goodness. So I'm on this spray thing that I have to do twice a day in the morning.
Yeah. You spray it at yourself?
It's breathe it in, and it's supposed to improve my breathing, which I don't see if it's improved my breathing. It's making me cough just like I just did this now, and it's real deep cough. So I'm not sick, folks. That's from this crap that the pulmonologist had me doing.
By the way, we do need to pause for just a moment and pay our respects. Angela Lansbury left us this week. And, of course, because she was 96, 97 years old, she really was a star all of my life. From the time I was little, I had great respect for her. And the obituaries that are coming out are some of the nicest, the longest obituary I've ever read was The Sun. It went on for pages and pages of her successes and she's also an adoptive mother. She had 2 kids of her own, but she adopted the first husband's son that he already had. And but what a career! And then to live quite well. I mean, she lived well until just the last weeks here. So what a neat lady! What a neat lady, Angela Lansbury. So what is Eddie saying now? He is slowing down. Yes, that is not a digital effect, Eddie. He is slowing down. Yes.
Now I will also say something else my eyes are feeling heavy.
Yeah.
I had to lean forward. I was checking my time, and I had to lean forward, so I'm not seeing out those eyes like normal either. And I'm getting the giggles.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah.
I can tell, I'm almost as old as you, and I've been in some kind of business all my life. And of course, I worked for Yamaha Japan in the organ and piano department. That was a real rewarding time because, to see young children start playing and then actually some of them went on to be professionals. That was pretty neat. But in most of my life, running a help desk for 25 years, nobody calls you up after you fix their thing and says, I just want to tell you that since I talked to you 3 days ago, my computer has been nothing but working perfectly and it has changed my life. Yeah. Nobody So in this business that I'm in now, this little retail store, with now some 500 customers. It is so neat because I'm sure a little bit like your lemonade. You know, they're coming back. They're seeking me out. You can buy this product in other places around us now for less money, but you don't know where it came from. You know, ours. If you look at the QR code, it's this little code here on every jar, and you have it on the jars you have. But on this particular jar that was made not by us, when you go to where that takes you, it's all fuzzed out. You can't read the origins of the THC in this bottle, or what company made it, or what country it was made in. If you look at our bottles, it takes you to a nice, beautiful, clean sheet, all the different things it's tested for, the laboratory that's putting their name on the bottom, that it's a verified quality test. And but I've never had people come back and go, "You changed my life. You changed my husband's life." Things are so different around our house now because they're sleeping better. They don't have as much PTSD or anxiety. Restless leg syndrome. This is the perfect thing for restless leg. Just to come home and unwind from a stressful job. I'm just amazed that people, and I mean, they go from 21, 22 years old, very few of those, by the way, all the way up to, I know I have an 86-year-old customer. It's just amazing that the United States government,
an 86-year-old leg, and I like it.
No, actually not taking it to the getting high stage ever. Just taking like a half of one of what you took every few hours.
And half.
Well, she's 89 pounds. You know, she's got about a pound a year. But I mean, it's just the fact that you know, having continuous pain is probably the worst thing that can happen to a human being. You know, just having that, with some of the things you went through for a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
And when all of a sudden they can take a product that, you know, doesn't have $100 copay or $11,000 copay like one of yours, and the pain doesn't go away necessarily, but it takes it so far down that you can focus on other things. You can get lost in a book. You can watch a TV show. You can have a conversation with your spouse, or maybe do some things that you haven't done for some years because the pain was just too bad. What's that worth?
That I'm feeling, or not feeling, actually. I've been sitting in this chair since 4 a.m. Usually by this time, if I'm still in the chair, not over in my comfortable chair, my recliner, my butt and hips are starting to hurt.
Well, yeah.
I'm not feeling that at all sitting here.
Well, and that's because the cannabinoid, the THC, hit
the kinky stuff.
Okay, but it hit receptors in your brain. And the question that I haven't got answered yet is, does it block the pain or does it alleviate the pain? I don't know which one is the answer. You can see that there'd be two different things.
I'm just not feeling it.
Right, but
yeah,
for
but
you,
I can see. Yeah,
it's taken away that.
Am I going to have the same pain back tomorrow, or is it going to be lessened? I don't. That's a very good question.
Well, but the other thing is now that we're having this fun and we're doing this test, but what I would advise you to try and do tomorrow, for instance, is take a half of one. It should not affect your mind at all. It should.
Well, I got to try the
gummies.
Gummy worms or whatever the hell they are. I mean. There's some words in there, honest folks. It's gummy bears. I haven't tried yet.
Okay, just gummies. So we don't say gummy bears because we don't want. We never want to make a reference to the fact that this is appealing to children in any way.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's why the jars look completely generic and plain and medicinal.
What happens if you can't get the damn thing open? You got to
find a kid
to get in there. That's the problem.
That is an irony, but
Cindy's with us. I don't see what she says. She missed the beginning.
Chillie looks chill. He is chill, Cindy, because he is on THC. He has done what many, many billions of college kids did in their freshman year, but he waited till he was 75 years old.
Oh, now let's not go that far.
And okay, he waited till he was 68 years old.
I am not saying that back in the day I may have sampled some. Of course, I didn't inhale.
I'm sure of that. No. Other hand now. With the other hand, reach out, point at the camera. Point at the camera.
The nose is growing. I was
Yeah,
making
yeah.
reference to Pinocchio.
Point at the camera.
I'm pointing at I'm pointing at my nose
Okay,
in
now,
the camera.
Close your eyes and touch your nose. Come on, we're testing. This is a test. Close your eye. Find it. Find it. Oh, he's looking around. Oh, he found it.
And start giggling again.
Okay, Cindy, Eddie, Ronnie, give him math questions here, like up to 3 digits.
I can't see him now.
I'll tell them to you, so you can do them. So give him a math test here. I asked him what 11 times 11 is, but that's a double-sided math test. Because do you know what 111 times 111 is?
100? No, hell no.
It's 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. You just
1, 2,
add up
3.
as many
1, 2, 3, 2, 1.
ones as there are, and it goes up and then it goes back down. So if it's 4, if it's 1,111, that's 4. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. You didn't know that secret about multiplying by 11s?
No.
Oh well, see. Oh, here we go. 4 times 4 times 11. 4 times 4 times
176.
Will be 16 times 11. How do you do your backwards math then? 16 times 11 be 160.
176. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. He's got it, folks.
Ask Chillie how it feels to compared to adult beverages. Okay, I have had 2 chocolates in an hour. No, in about a half hour.
Hours now.
Yeah.
You realize we're at 51 minutes.
So if I had 2 drinks, I would not feel a thing.
Yeah.
Even if they were 2 strong drinks. I am beyond feeling that. Yeah, I'm sloshed.
Okay.
I'd have to have 6 or 7 drinks to be in this shape, where I'd just be sitting there drinking them straight down. Yeah.
Okay, let's do a highway patrol test.
And now I absolutely would not drive a car.
Good.
I'm not sure I could find my car.
Don't you know you have to call your car? You have to go, here, car, here, car, here, car.
But then I'd have to deal with both cats, and that's just as bad as the car walking in here.
So as a highway patrolman, then I'd like you to repeat the alphabet backwards, starting with Z, please.
Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, crap, P, O,
crap
N,
is not a letter. It's earlier in the alphabet.
L, K, J.
Jeez, he's doing pretty good.
H, G. I don't know. I forgot.
You did good. You did really good, Chillie. I would say that cognitively you are, and this is not anything this serious. I would say that cognitively you are really in good shape for the generations that the age that you've got to.
Being an old fart.
Well, I don't. You haven't crossed that line yet. You haven't crossed that line yet. I don't think.
Oh, I don't know.
Or what?
I don't know. It's like I'm a big fat guy too.
Yeah.
I have crossed that line.
It is time for your pudding in just a minute.
I am working on losing some of it, however.
Good. What's our method?
Well,
that's right. But Diet Coke is.
I don't drink. Well, one of the problems with drinking Diet Coke as much as I drink it is the sodium you're taking in is giving the exact opposite effect that you think it is. I don't drink Diet Coke to lose weight. I drink Diet Coke because I like it and I'm addicted to it.
And it goes so well with his.
And I hate regular Coke.
Elijah Craig,
that's my stuff. I will, however,
You hate regular Coke?
When I'm slumming, I will drink Jack Daniels
Ah,
or any number of other Kentucky bourbons.
you know, I've toured extensively the Jack Daniels distillery in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Lynchburg, Tennessee.
And
My son will shoot me for saying that on live on the air
okay.
because he represents the bourbon industry in Kentucky, and Jack Daniels
Is whiskey.
Yeah, they're
Tennessee
it's not,
whiskey.
It's not the same world.
It has a license to be called Tennessee whiskey.
Yes, it does.
Yes. I like, you know, I'm actually grown up bourbon drinker, but you know, my favorite setup for bourbon, of course, and ice.
Yeah.
And then sour mix, you know, out of the bar.
Yeah.
And orange pop.
Orange pop.
Bourbon, sour, and orange. You got to try it, man.
I never heard that.
There's a magical joining of elements when you take a nice bourbon. You use at least 2 to 1 sour to orange. You just kind of float a 1/4 of an inch of orange on the top of it.
Okay.
But try it. Everybody, please. That's your assignment for next week. Bourbon, sour, and orange.
And I'm supposed to remember that.
I'll send you a note.
Okay.
It's also known as a Shorty's special.
Cindy says they hope they have my drink on Carnival. Then Carnival's not going to have Elijah Craig. Guaranteed. 100%. Absolutely guaranteed. They never heard of it.
So then what do you go to?
MSC is the only cruise line that has Elijah Craig that I found on all of them.
You mean that bad cruise line that everybody disses, even though they've never been on it?
Yeah. And I found it interesting. I liked the 3 ships I was on, and Christy had problems with one of the ships I was on, the Seashore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's in a different situation than I am, admittedly, because I can get up and I can walk a little bit.
Did she have handicap problems, or did she have other regular cruise line problems?
No, hers were all because of accessibility issues.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So am I. But I liked MSC, and I still like MSC, and I'm going on MSC, and I hope MSC people were in the audience to know that how we handled something that was negative, and it was not handled negative to down MSC because
no.
I balanced that out completely. So,
and I would bet that any cruise line wants an accessibility challenged person to have a good experience. So when things go wrong, as long as you're talking about it in a respectful way and how they're working to solve it, should be a good answer. Dude, we have 2 minutes left and we have to wrap up what we did here today.
You do the wrapping and I'll do the saying goodbye.
Okay, you got to do the dance then. You're doing the dance. Okay, so what happened, ladies and gentlemen, is that Chillie tried some THC for the first time in many decades. And as you can see, he's described that he has lost feeling in his lips a little bit, but that his pain and stress and joint pain is kind of very much subsided. He's a real happy camper right now. But the interesting thing will be is in the future days when he's taking just what we call a microdose to see how that helps his aches and pains and stresses and sleep. And so that's what we'll look for in the future. This has been Cruise Amigos without Martin, but I think we had a good time even missing him. And hey, you did good, dude. I mean, I think that you could walk the line. So
no walking lines.
No walking the line.
I'm gonna walk straight to the chair and take a nap. I guarantee.
I can't wait to hear from you later. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. I don't have the thing to throw up there, but next week we'll have it. Yeah. In the meantime, have a great day. Thank you, Chillie, and always think of you as one of my dearest friends, and we will see you all soon.
Okay. Bye, y'all.